Shout out to Gerardison, who had a bit of a conversation with us in the comment section yesterday. We definitely appreciate your thoughts, bro. We asked yesterday for you to hit the thumbs up. Kimkardashian, who some people feel is partially to blame for Kanye's current mental condition. Now, true enough, it must be a struggle having a creative artist as a partner, but how much more when the artist is one of the most impactful artists of our generation? Now, after Kanye's most recent episode at the South Carolina rally, Kim Kardashian stated that she was, quote-unquote, mortified. Sources close to Kim stated that she has desperately been trying to help Kanye keep him calm and prevent him from having any public meltdowns. Now, the family believes that he is having a bipolar episode. He won't take medications because he feels they make him less creative, but go out and say that about their eldest daughter, North, is shocking. Now, Kim is devastated, according to the source. She worked so hard to help him out, but she won't let him do this to their children, close quote, which is a bit of an issue. If she planned on keeping certain pieces of information from her children, him releasing that information can put her...
Alright, Stephen Graham here.
Releasing that information can put her in a bit of a compromising position with her children, to say the least, leading to what looks like an inevitable outcome. Alright, now couple that with his refusal to take medications, which makes complete sense if he feels it interferes with his creativity. Now, he will never take medications, but will sacrifice his family for his creativity. And I strongly believe when people are on their deathbed, they're not saying, get me my notepad and a pencil, I haven't been creative enough. Nah. They're more like calling for their loved ones to be near to them. Now, Jordan Peele hasn't made matters any easier for the artist by releasing the horror flick that was the movie Get Out. Now, Kanye has created a direct link between the movie's protagonist and the current situation he has found himself in, when Kanye stated the following. He said, quote, everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me, close quote. Now, and there's more to the statement, but we're going to get to that. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, and if you haven't seen the movie, just advance this recording by about 10 seconds. Here we go. The black guy gets with a white girl so she could lure him to her family, who puts him under hypnosis in order to exploit the use of his abilities and body. That's the best way I could explain it in about 10 seconds. Now, the funny thing is this. If he's in the limelight and struggles with narcissism, I could easily see how he could think the film is about him. But Jordan Peele could have been telling the story about himself. He could have been telling the story about Michael Jordan or Donald Glover or Eddie Murphy or OJ. See, the list goes on. Kanye stated the following, quote, Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up, like on the movie Get Out, because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday, close quote, which is insane, because I personally believe she was actually trying to help her husband. But with the movie Get Out as a mental backdrop, it's most likely impossible for Kim to help him, because he's at a stage where he will consistently question her motives. In a sense, she can't win, which means in the end, the children lose. T-Pain, the godfather of auto-tune. I'm just kidding. Y'all clear that up for a brother already. Yeah, we got it, okay? T-Pain, who seamlessly reintroduced auto-tune into music or rap. I'm sure someone's gonna be like, oh, well, actually, such and such reintroduced it on his 1989 album. Whatever, okay? T-Pain, last week, I believe, gave us a story about being in the studio with none other than Travis Scott. And while showing Travis Scott the process for how he does his beats, Travis nodded off and fell asleep standing up. Now, folks were quick to jump in the comment section like, drugs, it's the drugs. And you don't sleep standing up unless you want that ish. Well, it looks like Travis Scott has confirmed that belief when he provided his own explanation of what happened in the studio. Take a listen.
So went to the stew, you know what I mean? I think I was like playing some joints. I played like some of the joints on Astroworld. Like just letting him know where I was at. I think he started playing some joints. At the end of the day, I'm blasted. So like, man, I wasn't asleep in the stew. I don't know if he thought I was asleep, bro. I was blasted. Like that's natural state. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like T-Pain, you know, we put you over here,
man, it's all love T-Pain.
Yo, change big. Yo, change big.
Okay, Travis, you say you were blasted, which means you were under the influence. T-Pain, I'm assuming, was sober. Therefore, I still believe you slept standing up. Snoop Dogg has provided his response to Kanye's statement involving Harriet Tubman. You like Kanye again? Yes, we give you news that's trending, man. What do you want? Now, when we last heard from Snoop in reference to Kanye, he stated that Kanye had some hot tracks on deck that he was cooking up for us. Now, some of us were very excited. We were hoping for late registration all over again. But in reference to Kanye's most recent statement about Harriet Tubman, Snoop has made the following comment. He said, deflecting completely from the whole Kanye situation, he said, "Thank you, Queen Harriet," along with an image of Harriet Tubman. And then he says, "At Jesus is King, prayers for you, brother." Close quote. See, now that's the kind of support that the man needs. T.I. decided to give the man a bit of a different approach. And T.I. has been a bit more aggressive, we noticed, than we're used to seeing, but it's cool. It's cool. It makes for interesting conversations. Now, after Ye's statement on Harriet Tubman, T.I. took to the gram and made the following statement with a hot picture of Harriet Tubman. I didn't see it before, but you know, my folks was like, yo, man, I done been seen that pic a million times. I love this picture of Harriet. Anyway, he stated, "Nah, we can't let you do that, Ye. What we not gonna do," I love when people go into what they ain't gonna do. What other people ain't gonna do. "What we not gonna do is slander nor disrespect the legacy of our heroic Queen Harriet Tubman by telling falsities," I didn't even know that was a word, "falsities in an attempt to discredit the contribution she made to liberate our people. Cause you bugging. This is absolutely too far. I truly hope either you have a logical explanation for all this or get the medical attention you so desperately need, bro. I say this with love and sincerity." Now, someone came through in the comments and said, well, then say it to him privately. To which Trouble Man actually responded to that person and said, he ain't effing up privately. Public violations justify public demonstrations. Which I actually believe is a good response if a person has all their wits about them. But I'm almost positive and sure that it does not apply to someone that's mentally unstable or sick, which he, with his own face, has admitted. Now, 50 Cent had something to say, which wasn't actually classic 50. To which we could all thank the heavens. You see, normally 50 creeps from the dungeon, ready to pull a troll move, but he merely offered advice in the best way that 50 could, which is generally with a dab of troll. When Kanye tweeted out the statement, "Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like on the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday." It was an emotional moment at the rally when he was talking about how he almost killed his daughter with through an abortion. And he got emotional, man. He cried. Okay, whatever. All right. 50 Cent came through in a comment and said, "Oh, Ish, fool, you said you almost killed your daughter. Your wife knows best. Sit your behind down. Happy wife, happy life." Letting Kanye know that if he wants to be happy in life, it is in his best interest to listen to his wife, Kim Kardashian. To which I say, at this point, facts. And finally, believe it or not, writing this out concerning Ye's tweets was a bit complicated for a brother, since they are the thoughts of a man who may have been having a mental episode. Now, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh man, the guy, he's stupid, he doesn't know what he's talking about." But do you have $1 billion on deck? Do you have $2 billion? Anybody, it's one thing if you inherited it, right? Like from your family members and whatnot. But this individual built it from the ground. Respect, all right? We're dealing with an actual genius. This guy didn't just, stumble into his money, his wealth, all right? His tweets, believe it or not, writing it out was definitely complicated, okay? His tweets read as such. They go, "Chris," I'm assuming speaking to Kris Jenner, "don't play with me. You and that Kanye are not allowed around my children." I'm assuming Kanye must be what they refer to him after he takes his medication. I could be wrong, but I ain't been wrong a day in my life. Now, "Don't play with me. You and that Kanye are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up. Everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me. I put my life on the line for my children. That North's mother," it's interesting that he calls her not his wife, but North's mother, "would never sell her sex tape." I'm assuming, it says sex rape. I'm assuming it's a typo. "I put my life on my God that North's mother would never photograph her doing Playboy, and that's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me, Drake." It's all over the place, okay? Now, the man declared himself to have mental illness. He also declared that he does not want to take his medication. Now, if a person declares themselves to be a clock, or a different gender, or a tiger, it's probably best not to make fun of them or to crack jokes at their expense, seeing that it's a manifestation of a mental sickness. Now, the trending thought for the moment seems to be pray for Ye. And I'm not just saying that. Like, if you pray over your food and you are really asking for a blessing, pray for your boy, who is clearly breaking down right in front of your eyes. We know how this thing always plays out, right? We call somebody crazy, and then they die, and then we call them a genius, and how, we couldn't live without them. Their contribution to society was, monumental and all this other nonsense. In the meantime, let us know what you think. How would you explain